Here we are at the Wilmington Middle School, and we are now doing our 14th year of a very fun and exciting Tech Day here at the Wilmington School. So my name is Chuck Kitchen, and I've been here again 14 years. I've been at the middle school too, teaching science 2 days a week here. And what we're doing again today is a similar thing we've done in past years, except this year we have even more activities that we're working on. So this year we have our usual things where we have soldering, which is kind of fun for the kids, very practical, hands-on training that they're getting with soldering. So how to connect wires together, how to fix circuit boards and things like that. Soldering is a very useful skill to learn. And they're getting other practical hands-on activities today, including electricity. We also have a table with magnetism, a kind of a fun, it's very safe though, a very fun spark table where kids are using just batteries kind of things to make sparks, so it's just kind of fun. And we have a dry ice exhibit this year, which is quite dramatic and is fun. It's a fun kind of like a little chemistry lesson, but it's very hands-on. So it's easy for the kids to kind of get into it. We also have audiovisual table, a radioactivity table, which is something that's a very, very useful thing to learn, is what radioactivity is, how to test it, how to measure it, and what kind of precautions you need to use. So we have that kind of table too, a radioactivity table. We also have homemade type radios, ham radio kind of table where we have a guy who's built radios same as I have, and he shows the kids shortwave where you can listen to different signals from all over the world. I've probably forgotten something. We have so many tables sometimes you can lose count. Oh, we also have microchip table where we have people from Analog Devices. This is run by Analog Devices. And we have volunteers from Analog Devices showing people the various things that they do in their jobs. And the strobe light table, too. We have a strobe light table. It's quite a list this year. We also have some kind of fun TV cameras, these low-cost cameras, and we set them up on the TVs so the kids can see themselves. Again, it's kind of a fun thing for them to do. Shop table. And a shop table, too. Thank you, Dave. This is Dave Panette here. I'm going to have him talk in just a second. But we also have a shop table where kids are learning a practical shop. So they're learning how to drill, how to use screwdrivers. And in classes with me, they learn how to do hammering and just basic, very useful, very hands-on things like shop, which is something that I think every kid should have shop in school. I think it's a very valuable skill to learn. Anyway, that's my spiel. Now I'd like to have Dave give a talk here. Dave Panette, the technical ed teacher here at Wilmington Middle.
Hi, my name is David Panette. I'm one of the technology engineering teachers here at Wilmington Middle School. And like Chuck said, this is the 14th year that we've had the Analog Wilmington Middle School Technology Fair. And you know, we're very fortunate to be able to have between 40 and 50 engineers from Analog Devices come in and be teachers in residence for the day, to actually show kids what they do as part of their jobs every day as engineers, and also to spur a little, spark a little interest in the sciences and engineering and perhaps one of these jobs that might entail something that they're doing here today. Again, we're really fortunate to have Chuck not only here today, but we also have him all year long teaching in our science classes. Chuck has is fortunate that he comes in with all the whiz-bang stuff and has the kids with a lot of hands-on activities, sort of like when the grandparents come in and they get the grandchildren all excited and all geared up, and then they leave them with the parents. But Chuck has been a great asset as part of the Wilmington Business School Partnership, and we're very, very fortunate to have him and everything that Analog does for the school.
Okay, great. Yeah, and I also should mention how much I enjoy the children here. The children here are wonderful. I say that every year. Coming in and teaching every day, coming in and teaching classes all day is exhausting, but the children are wonderful. They just really, really, I enjoy it a lot. And speaking of that, here's someone who really has to work hard for a living, Christine Grande, who is a grade 7 science teacher and, in my opinion, a superhero.
Oh, thank you. I'm Christine Grande, and I teach 7th grade science. So just to give you a little background of what Chuck does when he comes in and he floats through each of the houses. There's 3 houses, Discovery, Challenger, and Explorer. And he spends time with just the 7th graders, so we like to keep him in the 7th grade. And he brings his knowledge of engineering, and he has a different subject every time he comes in, and he just enhances my classroom as well as the other 7th grade science teachers. And then he does this wonderful tech fair, which asking the students, and from their perspective, they've heard it from their brothers, sisters, cousins. Oh, I can't wait for that. Are we going to do this? And are we vaporizing the nail? Are we doing that? And they really, really enjoy it. And as Mr. Panett said, they get a little dab of what it's like to be in the outside world, and it could spark a little interest as to maybe that's something I want to do. Again, I just want to thank Analog Devices and Mr. Chuck Kitchen for everything that they do, for all the volunteers that come in and help out with the 7th graders. Again, they thoroughly enjoy it. It's a great time and a great day to end their Friday before their April vacation. So thanks again, Analog Devices.
We're going to get the nail red hot, and then after the nail is red hot, it's going to get even hotter still. And then it's going to melt, and then there's going to be no nail left. That was terrible. Okay, now we need to do it with more feeling. Now it's getting red hot. Oh, baby. Oh, and just when you think it can't get any hotter, it gets hotter. And now it's melting. That's liquid iron. It's melting. Yeah, there you go.
It's the microchips for this thing. So everything in this picture, everything, miniaturized going on. This is 200,000. So, and you still can't really see a lot of the one of you.
Made out of
You don't know it, but there's like lasers, there's these little balls of, yuck.
Now we can take. Solder like this. With your right hand, you just feed that in there. Okay, push. Now start pushing this. Here's the nice. Guys, now let go of the iron. Okay, let it. Put up a little bit there. Put up a little bit there. Just slip
There we go.
Just like that. Yep. Push it down. Put it right against that joint, just like that. Ready? Okay, that's good enough.
Just want to move to the more advanced one. All right.
What we can do is we can actually snap these together. So the positive side is going to go into
One battery connected to one side.
so what that's a conductive switch. We have another one that's next would be in parallel. Good so far. Very nice. And then we can probably turn both on.
What happens if you do full batteries? Does it make
so one button will unscrew it, and then one button will screw it down. So make this side. Easy enough, right?
Watch how this crazy thing works. Can I make sparks again? Absolutely.
So now you're not able to see the individual droplets of water. Your eye wants to make it into a continuous, but
I kind of want to touch it.
well, you'll get green ink on your. We can actually see the individual droplets of water because if the light's on for a very short period of time, the droplet won't have moved. Light flashes, we see it. Lights off, we don't see it.
Like this is just so much. Yep. Isn't that awesome?
That's it. Very good.
Makes the most.
Oh, I wish you would.
So it means I'm energizing the plate with my violin bow. And really working. If I play the same note, which I'm not getting, if I can stick it on one note.
See, the different notes have different traces.
Say something.
Can you
Dry ice here. Dry ice is solid carbon dioxide. It's very, very cold, which is why I'm wearing gloves so I don't get frostbite. Regular ice is 0 degrees C, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Dry ice is negative 79 degrees C, negative 143 degrees Fahrenheit. You really don't want to touch it with your bare hands if you can help it. That the dry ice sublimates very, very quickly. You can see the dry ice sublimate in water and let out that foam or that fog. And the soap bubbles that I have.
Because there's pizza, Jerry.
There was. It's probably all gone.
You didn't save any for me?
Sorry.
Here we go.
Thank you. Electricity, magnetism.
Right, so let's see if we can pick up some beta particles and some gamma rays coming off of these objects. Alright, so this is an old bowl. So sometimes you can get in really close there at the center. Okay. Yeah. So the okay. Yeah. So the
Interfering with each other as well. And so that's why you can't have the transmitters be too powerful, otherwise it might interfere with other people's radio stations and or signals that people... So that uses something in the 2.4 gigahertz. But that's far enough away so we won't interfere with that.
There's a lot of Spanish stations this morning. Yeah, that's there it is. And so this is totally Spanish.
Hi, my name's Akayla Vokey, and this here is my friend Jen Melanson, and we're here for the Analog Devices Science Fair. And we just want to say how much we appreciate this, and it's such a great opportunity for us students as 7th graders to learn all like little bits and pieces about all of the science that's inside.
We are extremely interested in all this, and we are very, very appreciative that they could come down here and do everything that they're doing today. We are learning so much here. It's just a really terrific experience, and I am very proud to actually be able to come down here today.
And as you know, analog devices rock.